Alrighty, guys, this is part two. I just went upstairs to get a coffee, and I'll talk about my Matrix story. You guys already know my ideas. I made a full video before, but if you guys want to hear my more about my story, obviously, I guarantee you, Mike B. Jordan's like, Ivan, I love it when you talk about your story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's just like, oh my god, Ivan, like you're so creative. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah, look at amazing story, man. That song, you know what I'm saying? You are the one, yeah. You are the one, yeah. He is the one, yeah. He is the one, yeah. You are the one born inside. Yeah. You are the one born inside. He is the one born inside. You see you find he is the one born inside. You see Mike B. Jordan and all people in the are watching. They're all like, yeah, like get him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The one was that's a shock. Ivan, that's your idea for the song. I'm like, oh my god, Ivan, that song can make you cry and make you what? Pump you up at the same time. Yeah. Holy shit, Ivan. You're born with a gift. Yes, I even have an idea for music, guys. You know what I'm saying? I even have an idea for the remix of VJ's Victoria song. Really, Ivan? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna hear my idea? You know what I'm saying, yeah, I have an idea for the Victorious for the VJ when VJ was saying, "Here I am once again when you make it shine." Remember that? Yeah. Remember that? When you make it shine. Yeah, I have an idea for a remix. Ivan, what's your idea? It goes something like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. When you make it shine, when you make it shine, the firelight shining. When you make it shine, the firelight shining. Make. And you see someone singing in the background, when you make it shine, and someone says that. And I'm saying, holy shit, Crib, yeah. When you make it shine, the firelight shining. You make it shine, the firelight shining. You make it shine, the firelight shining. You make it shine, the firelight. That was my idea for the remix for They're Unique. If I made the They're Unique movie, I would have put that song in the movie. Obviously, I would have bought the rights, licensed the rights off Nickelodeon. I would have made that remix. Shine the firelight, shining. Shine. I might put that song in the Matrix trilogy. Maybe I can put that remix in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, what's your idea for that song in the Matrix? When you make it, shine the firelight, shining. I can put that song for the birth of the one if you want. You put that song, when you make it, shine the firelight, shining. And you see, and someone says, when you make it, and someone says, shine the firelight, shining. You make it, shine the firelight, shine. Holy shit, you're creepy. Yeah, I know how. I'm gifted, man. I know how to have a good story, Sarah. Yeah, man. I can put that. Yeah, that won't be really good for the birth of the one though. But I could put that song in the movie if you want. You can put that. Here I am once again. You can put that song in. I don't know when he wakes up and he gets out of his bed and he's ready to go to school. You can do that if you want. But that song doesn't really match the Matrix song or the Matrix movie, right? But that "You Are the One" song, man, Ivan, that's a fucking powerful song, man. It can make you cry and pump you up at the same time. Yeah, it's a kind of song that can make you cry and can also pump you up because I'm kicking ass another one, obviously. But you can also cry because you know what the one went through in his life when he suffered death and now he's the one kicking ass. Symbolism, a bit of symbolism to my life. I suffered in my life, obviously, and I suffered death. I come back as a new man. Smoke the House of Glowing Beauty with my full grown beard. Don't hate me. I'm now king, living like my wife. I'm a billionaire. There's some symbolism there. So, Ivan, you put some symbolism. Yeah, I put some symbolism in the life of the ones in my life. This innocent man who didn't do anything wrong. I find that I gotta die. I have to have sex with all these women. And that's half my life. And I come back to life, brand new, smoking hot, glowing beauty with my full grown beard. And I get my smoking hot VJ, fresh. You know what I'm saying? And I'm now king with her, and she's queen with me, and we're billionaires living life, and I'm a movie star. Get some symbolism, obviously. What do you get the idea of the dishwasher? I get the idea of the dishwasher. I get the idea of the dishwasher for what? I get the idea of the dishwasher for my life, obviously. The idea of dropping out of school, I got it off Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves dropped out of school when he was Keanu Reeves, I believe, did not dropped out of high school. I heard he dropped out of high school. Yeah, so I got some idea off that. Obviously, you put some. Yeah, I have a bit of symbolism in Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves dropped out of high school. I heard. Hence why I had an idea. Yeah, what if we have the one drop out of high school? You can do that. I kind of dropped out of high school too. Well, I didn't really drop out, but like I didn't finish my high school. That's where I get the idea of me not finishing my school. I finished my school obviously, but I didn't initially graduate. After grade 11, I what? After grade 11, I had to go to adult ed. I had to do adult education to finish my high school. But I finished my high school a long time ago. I finished it like I don't know, like 11 years ago. I finished it. 11 years ago, I finished my high school. When I was like 19, I finished high school. Well, I just turned 19. And now I'm 30. A long time ago, right? I did not get a college degree or education, no. Because the gatekeepers let me finish high school, but they didn't let me finish college. Because the doors are all locked on me. Everything's locked because you guys are crazy fucking people. You want to do that just so I can't be with my wife just because you can't see me have sex. Because you guys are crazy psychopaths. You're not going to mess with me, VJ man. We're not. Don't let Ivan get an education because he runs away when we try to have sex with him. That's how I know you guys are immature people. You're nothing but a mess with VJ made. You act all good, but you're not good. You're wicked people, obviously. You're all wicked people. That's why you're not going to be saved when I'm king. Yeah, man. So I'll talk for a good, I don't know, 4 minutes. And I'll start talking about my Matrix story. And then I'll end this video here. I'll upload it. You guys will enjoy the show. And I'm going to walk to the store and get my beer and smokes. And I'll come back and enjoy the show with you guys. I'll enjoy the show with you guys. I'm Sarah. I'm going to enjoy the show with you guys, obviously. And tonight I'll get beer and smokes again. Yeah. Beer and smokes again, obviously. Yeah. So that's my deal for Warner Bros. I'm going to make 3 Matrix sequel movies and 3 games, Unreal Engine 5 technology games based off my movies. And I'll hire Radbrad as a walkthrough guy if I do the game division to do my walkthroughs. If I don't do the game division, I will not hire Radbrad. So I'm speaking hypothetically here. Radbrad already knows if he's hired, he can see the future. He knows if what, he'll be doing my walkthroughs, and he knows if he won't. If I don't start the game division, what? Radbrad will not be hired. I won't need him. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that serious people are out. I'm not hiring serious people. Serious people are not to work for my company. I'm only hiring all you people who knew me in my life, obviously. You guys are not allowed to work for my company. You're all C-list people. You guys are not allowed to work for my company. I'm only hiring Hollywood actors and Hollywood team, Hollywood crewmen. That way, and I'm saying, and I'm hiring the best of the best for my games too. I'm not going to hire some independent company. No, hire the best of the best for your games. Epic Games and Matrix Awakens, you hire them for Xanians, hire them for the Matrix. That way, you get a good quality for your games. And the Warner Bros. Execs are like, holy shit, Ivan, this is a fantastic collection of assets. You know what I'm saying? They're all shocked, obviously. This is a fantastic collection of assets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fantastic collection of assets, obviously. And what? And they're like, oh, Ivan, it's a deal. The brand's better off in your hands. Yeah. With the brand's in my hands, the brand will become bigger than Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Marvel. You'll beat out all those IPs, man. I'm saying that's why guys like Kevin Feige, Kathy Kennedy, Bob Chapek, they're all gonna feel like shit once I'm king and I start Sky Source. Yo, we can't compete with Ivan. Ivan's king, man. He has his billions in his bank. He has financial control. He has the keys. We can't compete with fucking Ivan, man. We can't compete with him. Yeah, Ivan can easily purchase the rights off the Matrix brand for $2.2 million. He has cash. Yeah, I have easily give Warner Bros. $2.2 million in cash. I'll have more than enough money from the money I made off the merch. I can give them $2.2 million. I can fund my Matrix movies for $600 million plus, man. $660 million plus, yeah. I can fund my games for $450 million and make Unreal Engine games. Warner Bros. Cannot afford to put $450 million worth of games. They will most likely lose money. As most games do like 450, 300, 350, 200 million in sales, 100 million sales. The ones that flop do like maybe 80, 100 million sales. They lose money, obviously. The ones that are successful do like 350, 400, 500, 600, 800, 900, even $1 billion. The Star Wars games all do like about $1 billion probably. The Star Wars is very popular. Like Star Wars, all the Star Wars games sell about 10 million plus copies. They're very popular games, Star Wars. And that's why I'm going to be saying this before I talk about the story here. I don't mean to be rude, George, but Disney duped you, man. As your Star Wars brand was worth more than $4 billion, and Disney fucking duped you, man. They duped you, and they also what? They fucked up your sequel trilogy. I feel bad for George Lucas, I'm saying. They duped George Lucas, and you know what I'm saying, and they gave George Lucas a stock deal, and the Disney Star Wars stock is not looking too good right now, man. They duped him, man. As if I sold my company, I would never do a stock deal. I will do an all-out cash deal. Having all-out cash is better, man. It's money straight to your bank. Where stock, it's good in the long run, but if your brand tanks, your stock value goes down and you make less money. You see what I'm saying? And the Disney brand is not looking too great right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not in a great state right now. Like the sequels were not. The fans did not really like the sequels. The sequels made money, but like the fans not really like the sequels. Mandalorian's an amazing show, but Boba Fett's okay. Obi-Wan was pretty good, and those shows had mixed reviews. And the brand of Star Wars is not looking the greatest right now. It's doing not bad, but it's not. Solo flopped. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Hence why the brand is not looking too great right now. Hence why Disney duped George Lucas, man. Don't hate me, George. Disney duped you, man. Straight up. Really, Ivan? Yes. George Lucas' 3 prequel movies did almost $1 billion. 800, 900 million around there. They did about almost $1 billion. That's $3 billion for the 3 movies. You see what I'm saying? And you also have all his merch sales. You have the games. You also have Clone Wars. Clone Wars was a popular show. You also have Rebels, and you also have his what? His games. The Disney games all did like 500 plus million plus easily, and they made, by the time George Lucas sold the rights to Disney, a lot of Star Wars games have been released. Battlefront, Knights of the Republic sold, I believe, like about 10 million copies. Yeah, it's game of the year, man. Yeah, Knights of the Republic 2, all the Battlefront games. You know what I'm saying? The other games. You also have the books. Yeah, like George Lucas Disney brand was worth at least a good $6-7 billion, man. And Disney duped him. We're not going to give you $6 billion. We're going to give you $4 billion. And George Lucas caved in. All right, you know what I'm saying? And it's Disney didn't just give George Lucas a $4 billion deal. They didn't give him an all. George Lucas did not sign an all cash deal. I heard some of it's stock. Obviously, they duped him, man. Yeah, and the Disney Star Wars brand's not looking too good right now, man. It's not looking too great right now, right? Yeah, Disney straight up duped George Lucas. Yeah, you may be able to dupe George Lucas, but you're not going to dupe me, Warner Bros. Your brand is not worth any more than $2.2 billion. I'm not going to pay you $2.53 billion. No, you ripped me off. Your 3 movies are $1.5 billion, and your games probably did a combined like $700 million. And your merch is not that popular, right? And you did Path of Neo and Enter the Matrix. Yeah, your brand is worth probably a good $1.8 billion for the Matrix. And yet I'm willing to give you $2.2 billion. I'm willing to overpay you a little bit. And where was Ivan? It's a deal. And I'm saying, you know your shit, Ivan. Yeah, I know my shit. I'm not gonna do like that, man. If you think you're gonna if you think I'm gonna let you dupe me like Disney duped George, I'm not gonna let you dupe like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Ivan, you think George Lucas got duped? Yes, George Lucas obviously got duped. Obviously, he got duped big time. As a Star Wars brand, it's worth more than $4 billion. It's the biggest IP. It's bigger than Pixar, man. Disney bought Pixar for $7 billion, and yet Star Wars they only bought it for $4 billion. And yet this Star Wars is bigger than Pixar, man. Pixar is big, obviously. Their movies do a lot of money, but like it's not as big as Star Wars. Star Wars, you have the games, you have the books, you have the merch, and you also have the movies. You have the TV series like Clone Wars and Rebels. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the comic books. Yeah, man. The Star Wars brand was worth an easy $7 billion. But Disney duped George and they gave him $4 billion. And they fucked up the sequels, I'm saying, yeah. Don't hate me, George, I'm saying. But yeah, George Lucas still made a lot of money for himself, right? He got $4 billion, I'm saying, from Disney. But Disney duped him straight up. Yeah, man. Anyways, enough about the deal. Let me talk about my story for a good like 45 minutes here. And then I'll end this video here and I will upload it and I will dress up, go to the store, trip my ass as usual, and I'll get my beer and my smokes. Obviously. Yeah. So I'm going to start the movie off where you have the flashbacks of the first 3 movies. And I'm going to end it off with you have those scenes when Smith tries to copy Neo and Reloaded. Yes, it'll be over soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have a scene where in Matrix 1 when Neo jumps into Smith and destroys him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That way the story, you know what I'm saying? And you have that scene where Neo is in the machine world, in the machine city. He's like, the Agent Smith has grown beyond your control. You cannot stop him, but I can. And if you fail, I won't. And you get that scene where Neo's about to fight Smith, and Smith is like, you already know that I'm the one that beats you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what does Smith mean by that? Yeah, he beat Neo, obviously. Neo gave up. He let Smith comes onto him, and that's why he was able to come back. Just like the moment Neo jumps into Smith in the first one, Smith became more powerful, and he's no longer unplugged in the Matrix, and he can clone. He can clone himself. He can clone people. Yeah. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah, man. Holy shit, you creative. Yeah, I want to tell a good story. And you ended off when the Oracle says the Neo's still smiling down or something like that, and he's still watching. He's still smiling down or something. And you get this music. You get this black screen. You know what I'm saying? And it says you get this black screen obviously, and it says the Matrix Deja Vu, and you see the green code forming when it says the Matrix Deja Vu, and it transfers something similar to the beginning of Matrix One. The camera goes through the green code obviously, and you get the family. You get the family in the carnival or an event, and it says 100 years later. It's 100 years later. So instead of me transferring to Zion, just transfer to the Matrix right away. That way, the Matrix stuff is where it's interesting. The Zion stuff is boring. You transfer to the Matrix 100 years later. And the family goes to their house, obviously. And then the glitch happens in the Matrix, obviously. And then one of the kids, they see a cat. And the cat's like, meow. And it goes by, and another cat goes by again. The kid's like, Mom, Dad. It's like, what? It's like, Mom, Dad, you know what I'm saying? I saw a cat. I saw a cat. What? I saw a cat. So yeah, I saw one cat walk by, and then another cat walk by that looked just like it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And then the dad's like, oh my god, kids, you know what I'm saying? And he opens the door with his key, obviously, and then the glitch happens and something changes in their house. They see a brick wall. I don't know, one person's in an apartment. They open the door. They see a brick wall, and the people they open the door of their house. Something changes in their house. The glitch happened. And that's when Agent Smith returns with his 3 agents. See what I'm saying? Yeah, and because the glitch happened and Smith is more powerful, you know what I'm saying? The agents now instead of 3 agents, there's now 4 agents. You can do that. Have some changes in the story, and you get the green code. You get this electricity. You get the green code forming the body, the full adult body of Agent Smith, and you know what I'm saying? And 3 agents form right behind him, and Smith is like, haha, I'm back. He's like, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? He's like, Smith, nice to see you. You know what I'm saying? Nice to see you too. Any anomalies? No anomalies. The last anomaly, the name is Thomas Anderson, also known as Neo. Deceased 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's like, ha ha ha. Even the one himself, even the one couldn't defeat. Even the one himself couldn't stop me. You know what I'm saying? I told him that I would beat him. You know what I'm saying? They're like, ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? They're all mocking Neo, obviously. Yeah, because even though Neo was the one, he couldn't. In other words, all the ones before Neo, they all failed. They all failed because the program Smith just kept coming back in each newer iteration, right? Because Neo is in the 6th iteration of the Matrix, all the other 5 ones did not really save Zion, obviously. They saved it, but they what? They all made errors. The program Smith constantly kept coming back into the Matrix in each iteration. Whereas I am the lucky one. I destroy Smith once and for all. I have the power to eliminate him once and for all, delete him completely, delete the program completely, because I am the new one. I am the 7th one. I am the lucky one. Whereas Keanu Reeves and all of them are not the lucky ones. He's the 6th one. And six is not a lucky number. It's a curse of a number. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying, yeah, even though Keanu Reeves saved Zion, you know what I'm saying? He failed because he did not completely destroy Agent Smith. He was able to, Neo temporarily saved Zion.
He temporarily saved Zion and he temporarily saved the Matrix, but he didn't fully save it because he's not the lucky one like me. I am the only one who can delete Smith once and for all, eliminate him once and for all. You know what I'm saying? And the moment Agent Smith comes back into the Matrix, obviously, he's naked. He goes to a suit store. You know what I'm saying? The guy's like, what the heck? There's like 4 naked agents in here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's like, what can I do for you, sir? He's like, we need a new suit. Sir, we have nice suits here. You know what I'm saying? He's like, take whatever you want, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's on the house. It's on the house. Take whatever suit you want. Because they all respect the agents, obviously. He's like, that's impossible. Like, how are you alive? He's like, you know who I am. He's like, Smith? You know what I'm saying? You're alive? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, take whatever suit you want. It's on the house. I'll pay for it. I'll cover it. You know what I'm saying? And then you see Agent Smith, he puts on his suit. You know what I'm saying? I miss wearing this suit. You know what I'm saying? And he walks out, obviously, and that's when the Oracle. Uh, I get the idea where the Oracle panics in her apartment, obviously, and the Oracle panics in her apartment, obviously, and then she takes out her cell phone. She calls the architect, and the architect is in the Matrix. I won't have him be in that white place. No, have the architect. The architect is like, meet me at the park, and the architect meets the Oracle at the park, and they sit down and they discuss the problem. Obviously, that's Agent Smith. Agent Smith has returned. Agent Smith has returned. Agent Smith has returned. Some Sarah. Agent Smith has returned. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, we must warn the machines. And you do have the scene where the Oracle and the Architect, they have, there's this mirror, and they go through this mirror, and that's how they're able to get Ivan. Where's the mirror? I don't know. I have to discuss this with the what with the Wachowski sisters, obviously. But the mirror is a bridge between the real world and the Matrix, and they go through that mirror, but only they can go through that mirror because they're special people. They created the Matrix. They have the power to go to the other side of the world, and they meet the machines, and they're saying like, Agent Smith has returned. And I'm saying nobody can stop him but the one himself. And they're saying, yeah, but the one died 100 years ago. Neo's dead. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of Smith somehow lived on. You know what I'm saying? When Neo let him copies them onto him, yeah, Neo made a grave mistake. He failed. You know what I'm saying? The Oracle says that. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? He may have failed, but the new one born will not fail. This one is the seventh one, the lucky one. You know what I'm saying? The one must be born. You know what I'm saying? And the one is born in the real world. They leave, and the one is now. You get to see where the one is now born in the real world. You know what I'm saying? You get the sperm forming the baby. Obviously, you get the sperm forming the baby. Obviously, the child. Obviously, the sperm forms the baby, or the baby of the child. Obviously, and the machines put the black connection on the baby. And the moment they do that, the baby is now born. In the moment they plug in the back of the baby is now born in the Matrix. And you see this electricity. So the baby's born. The one is born around 10 o'clock. The agents come into the Matrix around 7 sunset. I'm gonna have, okay, guys. When the Matrix come into the Matrix, I want it to be sunset. And the one is born like 3 hours later, and it's dark. It's nighttime. So there. The one is born 3 hours later. 3 hours later, after the agents come into the Matrix. So I'm saying, and you get the skeleton. You know what I'm saying? You get the electricity, and if you get the green code forming the flesh of the baby, but you also see what? You also see the light in the green code because that baby has the anomaly. That baby is the one. That way you're accurate and you honor the Wachowski sisters story. What do they mean by the one being born inside? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell Wachowski sisters, is that accurate, Ivan? That's accurate. When we said the one was born inside, we didn't really know what we meant. We didn't have any backstory. Yeah, the Wachowski sisters didn't give any backstory of how Keanu Reeves was born in the Matrix. Because when he wakes up in the real world. So how was he born in the Matrix? You see what I'm saying? The only thing I can think of is you have something like the body is born in the real world, and the moment the machines plug him, his body is born in the Matrix too. You got this like electricity forming. But it's more of a machine birth in the Matrix, whereas in the real world it's biological, you know what I'm saying? It represents the half man, half machine side of the one. Because the one is human, even in the Matrix he's born as a baby, because he's human, obviously. But he has machine in him, you know what I'm saying? Whereas the agents or programs are not humans. They're programs. The agents are not humans, they're programs. See what I'm saying? They are programs. The agents are programs. They are not human. They're not human. I even know. They look human, but they're not. They're not human. They're programs. The Oracle is not human either. The Oracle and the Architect are programs. They're not humans either. They're programs. But because they have power in the Matrix, they're able to cross into the real world and meet with the machines. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To make it more interesting, obviously. Yeah. I'm saying, yeah. And once Agent Smith comes to the Matrix, something happens in the real world with the machines. And people in Zion are panicking. What the heck is going on with the machines? Something must have happened in the Matrix. And they find out there was a glitch in the Matrix, deja vu in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And once the baby one is born, obviously, this man, it's 10 o'clock, the man is about to finish his shift at work. You see him working in the junkyard, obviously. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. He's like, your shift's done. I'll see you tomorrow. And the guy's like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm saying, and he has to smoke before he gets into his car, obviously. He has to smoke before he gets into his car, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He hears this noise. And he hears a baby crying. And he finds the baby. He's like, where did you come from? Where did you come from? You know what I'm saying? You know, the baby's crying. He looks around to see if there's anybody there. Maybe his parents are nearby, and he's like, "Hello." He's like, are anybody here? I have a baby here all by himself, and no one answers. Okay, this baby must be lost, must be stolen, or his family abandoned the baby. What happened to the baby? And he's curious, and he takes his like shirt because the baby's naked, and he wraps the baby around with his shirt. He ties like this knot around the baby. Some there. Then he brings the baby to his apartment, and his wife is like, "Where? I have something. I have a surprise for you. What? I have a baby. What are you doing with a baby in the house? You do know this baby could be stolen, could be lost. His parents could be looking for him. Where'd you find it? Yeah, I found it at work. You mean you found the baby in a junkyard? Like, yeah, I found the junkyard. I'm saying." His wife's like, what do you expect us to do with this baby? He's like, perhaps we could raise it. We can adopt it. He's like, honey, we can't adopt the baby. What if its parents looking for the baby? What if this is a lost, stolen baby? You can't just adopt this baby. We don't even know where it came from. We don't even know whose baby it is. You know, but yeah, but this baby has nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Honey, we can't adopt the baby. You know what I'm saying? Then what should we do then? I'm saying, the best thing to do is take it to an adoption agency. They'll be able to take care of the baby there. We can't raise this baby, honey. And the guy's like, fine. You know what I'm saying? He goes in his car, and then he heads on to the adoption agency. And he puts like baby clothes on the baby, obviously. And he heads on to the adoption agency. And he turns on the radio. And you hear this guy talking. Yeah, there've been some unfortunate, unusual events going on in the city. You know what I'm saying? You see the guy talking. Yeah, apparently there's been rumors that people spotted agents walking around the city. And the guy's like, what the heck? And I'm like, holy shit, Crave, yes. You know what I'm saying? And he speeds, obviously, and the cop stops him, and you hear the sirens. You know what I'm saying? You hear the sirens, obviously, and he's like, oh, shit. He's like, fuck. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, license and registration, please. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, here it is. I'm saying, here's my license and registration. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know you went off the limit. You know you went over the limit, right? You know what I'm saying? I should be fining you $250 for this, sir. It's my bad. I'm more than happy to pay the fine. And he takes his flashlight. He looks in. He's like, are you the only one in the car? He's like, no, I have a baby with me. He looks in, a baby. I mean, he takes his flashlight. He looks in. He's like, is that your kid? No, I'm saying, he's like, yeah, it's my kid. He's like, I don't see the resemblance. No, I'm saying, he's like, yeah, I adopted the baby. He's all sketchy and sweaty. You know what I'm saying, you adopted the baby. He's like, yeah, I adopted the baby. He's like, all right, I'm gonna let you off with a warning, sir. He's like, next time you go over the limit, I won't be too courteous. Got that? He's like, got it. I'm saying, now scram out of here. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit, you're creative. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Remember the beginning of The Matrix when those cops were talking to the Agent Smith? Cramming up your ass. Yeah, you have those cops, they talk. You know those movies, those scenes? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit, you're creative. Yeah, I don't want to tell you the story, man. I'm born with a gift. You know what I'm saying? And the guy is like, whew, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get caught. You know what I'm saying? He drives to the agency, obviously. And the lady's like, next. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm here to give this baby up for adoption. And lady's like, okay, are you the father? No, I'm not the father. Okay, do you know its parents? Do you have any record for the parents? No, I don't have record for parents. Can I have identification? Yeah, I have identification. No, identification for the baby. I have no identification for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you have no record of the baby's parents, and you have no record or identification for the baby. Is that correct, sir? Yeah, that's correct. Sir, where did you find this baby? Did his parents give the baby to you? Did you at their house? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I found it at work. You found the baby at work. Did the parents give you the baby at work? Did a friend give you the baby at work? Did his parents give you the baby at work? No, I just found it. I found it. Where do you work, sir? Yeah, I work on the corner of 687 Avenue, a couple blocks from here. That's not what I mean, sir. Where do you work? You know what I'm saying? I work in a junkyard. You know what I'm saying? Everyone around him is all staring. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You work in a junkyard. So you're telling me you found the baby at work in a junkyard. Yeah, I found the baby at work in a junkyard. All by itself. Yeah, all by itself. No record of his parents, no record of identification, nothing. Yeah, no, yeah, just, yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And the lady's like, I'm sorry, sir. This baby does not meet the requirements for what? For adoption. You know what I'm saying? The guy's like, please. You know what I'm saying? He's like, this baby has nowhere to go. He's like, if the baby has nowhere to go, why don't you adopt the baby yourself? It's because me and my wife had a falling out. My wife disagrees. She doesn't think it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Please, I have two kids. You know what I'm saying? Who I love dearly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I raised some good kids. This baby needs a family to raise him. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? The lady's like looking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She's like, you're lucky he's a cute baby. You know what I'm saying? Fine. I'll call my manager. And I'll call my manager. And she calls the manager. Yeah, that's an amazing story. Shut my camera.